something and you'll write it to the unit tests. That was literally why when I do unit tests, I get like halfway through the implementation, I'm like, oh shit, I did not think of these 10 different use cases. Okay, there's no machines here. But that, I guess that's the point, is like more exposure is always good. That, yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, time is always the killer. There's that like triangle of quality, time, and like, was it quality, time, and reliability? And it's like, yeah, you can have two of them, but you can't have all three. There we go. Oh, do I need to lead him? Yeah. Yeah, that's a problem. I think that's also one of the things that's like slowly killing everyone as a whole. Why no one has time to do anything is because it's just like, because everyone's so short on time all the time, it's like, why train someone? I get that though as well. When somebody like, hey, can you write this like system, and I'm like, maybe. I'm not sure. Depends what you need it to do. There we go. Oh. Dun dun dun. Hey, jackass. But I think that might always happen. It's, let's say it's that thing where it's like, oh god, this is weird. This is intensely angry. Oh. Oh. Jackass's bomb recipe. But again, I think everyone does that. Like I say, I remember GBA, programming on the GBA, and it was literally like, how the fuck does any of this work? It's like, because like, we did that in first year uni, where they were like, here's a Game Boy Advanced, here's a Game Boy Advanced emulator, program a game with it. And it was like, this is like hardware and registers and shit, and none of us have any idea what we're doing. Royal Chamber. And it's always, yeah, it's always going to be hard at first. Like going from, when I went back from Python to like C++, it was a nightmare, because I lost all my fancy string manipulation. I was like, oh, this is super easy in Python. And then I went back to it and I was like, shit, what do I have to do now? Like, oh god, this is such a pain. I can't just like concatenate tons of strings together. And then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, do you want to convert like what was it? Oh yeah, just like, oh yeah, do you want to convert this or that? And I'm like, how do I do this? Or like, how do I convert an int to like a ASCII string so I can put it in here? And it always is going to help if you have someone around that knows what they're, sort of at least what they're doing. Oh, there we go. Or someone that has like, ah crap, I didn't mean to do that. Ow. But yeah, I guess we're looking back into the concept of like programming languages are crazy complex at all times. Where is this? Oh, it's in this area. And the question is, should we be looking at like a new form of crafts, more or less, where it's like how long does it take you to become a blacksmith or a nurse or a doctor or something? And how does that compare to like say programming. Mind you, it's maybe, I was about to say, it's maybe closer to like a doctor or something where it's like 10 years minimum and stuff. Oh, a quest. Hello. Oh, it's another 9 unit. Sorry, another S unit. 4S. Right. Reconnaissance squad accepted. Oh. Hmm. Ooh. No one calls me 9s anymore. Just 2B. But yeah, I'm trying to think where else. Yeah. Yeah. It definitely is like, it helps me a lot as well. Because there's that thing where it's like, there's a good amount of feedback. Whereas beforehand I was just left. It's like the thing where I was just left to like do whatever the hell I wanted in anything. And literally it was just like, I'll just do this because it makes sense to me right now. Oh, this is a ongoing thing. Yeah. There's also a line of, it also like helps you to form like your own sort of standard. Like, it's one of these things after like working in maybe 2 or 3 places, you can sit and say, hey, it's a good standard because it works for me and it works for multiple people. And it gives you maybe a better view of how, I guess, how good you yourself are, I guess would be the way to put it. Maybe not. Is this actually like another quest that's just sitting there? Let's see. Okay. Alright, okay. I guess I should transport them to the city ruins near the tower. Yeah, like, literally, like, even for me, code reviews are super important. Because I will come in one day and I will just do something stupid as hell. Because I'm tired or something. It's also good to have that accountability for everyone, so it's like, it's not like a, it's not an obvious, like, what would be the word? It's not an obvious, like, you're wrong, or like, you're doing it wrong. But it's also like everyone is in that situation where at any point someone can say, hey, the code's, this should be this way or this should be that way. And it's like, here's a better way to do it, or here's a more interesting format that it should be in, or here's how it should look to other people. There you go. Oh, so you got to view more of these nodes and see what's happening at these nodes. Hack the node. Oh, no, can't go for that.
Hello, and thank you for choosing Tower System Services. Special authorization keys are required to access Tower subunits.
Oh, jeez.
We apologize for the inconvenience,
The meta quests.
but access is not permitted at this time. However, today we have a special gift for first-time visitors to this tower. A tour of our brand new resource recovery unit.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm totally missing.
We look forward to serving you again.
The heck was that?
A forced message from the enemy system. Said message relays the locations of objects known as resource recovery units.
Now they're just messing with us. Hey, Pod. Give me a rundown on what happened while I was resting.
Affirmative. Relevant data concerns the massive facility you just accessed.
Yeah. Design
it appears to be
is a big thing.
machine-related in origin, though further details are unknown. Additionally,
And it's
the
like one of
large
these things that
structural units launched from the
training-
facility have been detected in multiple areas.
Large structural units?
Said units were marked as goals earlier. They are believed to be so-called resource recovery units.
What do these units do?
Unknown.
There's also so
Where's
many ways to
A2?
design as well.
Unit A2's position and current status are unknown.
Alright. Mark the positions of those units on my map, will you?
Proposal. Unit 9S should state his intentions.
I'm going to wipe out the machines.
With the bunker destroyed, previous orders to Yorha units would be suspended. Proposal. Rendezvous with resistance forces and confirm chain of command.
I guess you probably do the same thing as me.
I don't care
designing,
about chain
where
of
you look at it
command.
too low a
I have
level.
one goal now. I'm going to kill every last machine.
Instead of like thinking about how, because I think he
I'm
said
going
this
to
on
kill
Thursday
A2.
or something, where it was like, oh, we need to think about it at like how the objects interact, so it's not as so much like a code level or how the actual code items interact, but how like the feature interacts with another one or something like that. Which is like really hard for me to get my head around, because it's hard to get out of that headspace of like this class interacts with this one in this way and it has this system in front of it and things like that. There we go. Right. And it's also things like how do you make, like, the thing that kills me is on top of that being thinking way too deep and way too sudden. So there's one at the castle. Oh, that's just one? Or are they pointing me to them one at a time? Okay. In terms of like, do you mean sort of keeping in sync? I might have missed this because this might have been from something I was talking about a minute or two ago. Forest. Okay. That's what those things are. Resource unit. Ooh. So did I hack resource unit?
Huh? Fog?
Analysis. The fog is actually steam emitted by a large enemy structural unit.
Steam? For what purpose?
Unknown.
Ooh, crap.
Hello, this is the resource recovery unit.
Holy shit.
Now activating defense mode.
Seems so cheery.
Is this writing? I can't read it.
Analysis. Writing is an ancient language known as angelic. It reads, meat box.
Okay then.
Goes on to what you're saying as far as well. If you can get it. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't actually read any design books. Most of the stuff that I've read is like, here's low level, super low level stuff. And that's something I'm missing. I think like maybe the most I've read is something like the Mythical Man Month or like the Pragmatic Programmer or something. But the Mythical Man Month is more about project planning, and the Pragmatic Programmer is more about like thought processes and how to position yourself as a
Is this
more
entire
useful and
building
effective
made of
programmer.
machines? Even on the inside?
Analysis. Many useless parts unrelated to machine lifeform functionality detected. The reason for using said parts is unknown.
There's no meaning to anything they do.
It's also good not